Hello, future crypto millionaires. Welcome back to the channel. Cardano will trigger the next altcoin season signal, guys. So in this video, I am going to show you how I use Cardano as an indicator to time entries and exits on my other altcoins. So whether you are an investor, trader, hodler of Cardano or not, this is the chart that you need to be paying attention to because this chart is going to help you determine when the next altcoin season begins and when it ends. I am going to drop a lot of alpha, so please do me a solid and subscribe, smash the like button. Let's get straight into it. We are looking at ADA over Bitcoin daily chart. As you see here, we have another head and shoulders pattern that's forming right now, just like it happened back in 2020 and 2021 during the previous altcoin season, when Cardano started outperforming Bitcoin and pumped over 350% after the break above the neckline of this head and shoulders pattern. Just look at this chart, guys. It's crazy that we see a similar pattern forming right now. Is this some kind of a conspiracy or what? Something is going on here. Let me know in the comments below. What do you guys think about this? But before we go deep on this chart right here, let's take a look at ADA over USDT 4-hour chart real quick. As you see here, Cardano has been forming these falling wedge patterns while uptrending. I posted this first falling wedge pattern in my new VIP Telegram group last month, and I stated, watch for a breakout. As you see here, Cardano broke out, and then we saw a very nice move of over 38%, hitting the first, the second, and the third targets. Then traders and investors took profits and the price action pulled back, forming another falling wedge pattern, and then we saw another break out of this downtrend. Now, if you zoom out a little bit, guys, you will see that Cardano has been uptrending, moving inside this rising channel. Look at this. This is beautiful. So, if this uptrend continues, guys, we might see another move all the way up to this upper ascending yellow trend line that has been acting as resistance. The first step is the price action to break out of this ascending triangle pattern that it has been forming right now. If we see a pullback and the price action breaks below this ascending triangle pattern, we see something like this, for example, I am watching for a bounce at this key level of support, which is also a bounce on this lower ascending yellow trend line that has been acting as support. And this horizontal support is located at around 83 cents, 0.8392. Now, if we see an even deeper pullback and the price action breaks below this support horizontal level and trend line, then I expect to see further downside, guys, because as you see here, Cardano has been uptrending, and therefore a break below this lower trend line and a break below this support can potentially be the beginning of a change of trend from this uptrend to a downtrend. And as I always like to say, we hate holding downtrends in this group. We don't do that, right? We only hold uptrends. So if this happens, you might want to consider exiting your positions on Cardano. But for now, ADA looks really, really bullish to me, guys, and I am watching for a break above this ascending triangle pattern, and then I want the price action to creep closer to this resistance that's located at 91 cents. The next target is 98 cents, and then the last target is at $1.13. We are going to be facing a lot of resistance right here, but if we manage to break above these, guys, these rising channels have a very high chance of breaking to the downside. But when they break to the upside, we see explosive parabolic moves. So the last target that I have here on the chart that's above this channel is at $1.29 for those of you who are interested. Again, guys, if you want to find trading setups before they break out, make sure that you click the link in the description below and join my VIP Telegram group. This is a new group, and I am running a 70% off forever discount for the first people who are going to join, the founding members. And the value that we provide is extraordinary, guys. You can't find that anywhere for these low prices. This is a limited offer, so make sure that you join as soon as possible. But for those of you who are not ready to join the VIP, we also have a free Telegram group. Join the free Telegram group and see that we killed entries on AVAX, Solana, many other tokens. Okay, now let's go back to the main chart for this video, guys. Cardano over Bitcoin daily chart. As I told you earlier, guys, I use this chart as an indicator to time entries and exits on my other altcoins, not only Cardano, but also this chart helps me determine when altcoin season begins and when it ends. And that's simply because this is how money flow works in crypto. As many of you already know, after investors and traders are done with Bitcoin and they take profits, so Bitcoin peaks, they move their funds into plays that have higher risk for higher reward. So money starts flowing into large caps like Ethereum, Cardano, Solana, and so on. And therefore, large caps start outperforming Bitcoin for a while, for months, right? So when it comes to this chart, for those of you who don't know, when this chart goes up, it means that Cardano is outperforming Bitcoin. And when it goes down, the opposite. Bitcoin is outperforming Cardano. So this chart is currently at range lows because Bitcoin has been outperforming Cardano basically. But when liquidity starts flowing into large caps again, since Cardano is one of the most respected large caps out there, I really think that when this chart starts pumping and breaking above the neckline of the current head and shoulders pattern, just like back in 2021, this is going to signal the beginning of the next true altcoin season. And you know, when this peaks, when it tops out, then traders and investors are going to take profits and start moving their funds into plays that have higher risk, even higher risk for even higher reward. So you can time your entries on mid caps and low caps. Last time, after the breakup of the previous head and shoulders pattern in 2021, we saw a very nice move of over 350% against Bitcoin. But this time, nobody knows how strong this move is going to be. It's not easy to predict that. So if we zoom out, what I like to do is I connect the macro highs of 2017, 2018, and 2020, 2021 with a trend line, right? And this is approximately my target. For example, if you take the measured move from the break above the neckline of the current head and shoulders pattern, you see that we have a measured move of approximately 220% all the way up to this resistance, this yellow trend line that has been acting as a resistance the past few years. But if you adjust this, for example, this first pump, guys, was too strong, okay? So if you do not include this whole week, because it skews the data basically, and you move this higher to touch the peak of the previous cycle of 2021, then this move becomes even bigger. That's approximately a 300% move. So you can adjust your trend line the way that you like it. If you're bullish, you can bring it higher and lower this one, right? You can even make it look something like this. Look at this. Because this is where the next candle, this red candle, if you zoom in, started pulling back, right? So I am not going to do it like that. I'll do it as I had it earlier, somewhere around the 300% area for now. I don't want to be too bullish on this. But another idea that I wanted to bring to your attention is that if you zoom in, inside this right shoulder of this current head and shoulders pattern, you will see that there is a smaller head and shoulders pattern right here with another neckline. If you zoom in, you can see this clearly. So the price action is currently testing this neckline of this smaller head and shoulders pattern. And if Cardano starts outperforming Bitcoin in the coming days, weeks, months, then we are going to see a break above this neckline, maybe a retest, continuation move to the upside. And this is going to bring us closer into completing this bigger head and shoulders pattern and come closer to this bigger neckline, right? So for those of you who want to play this in a more aggressive manner, you can even move your measured move all the way down to the neckline of this smaller pattern, guys, right? You can time your entries like that. Then if you zoom out, you will see that this measured move that was earlier a 300% move or something like that has become a 450% move, right? That's an even greater move. Of course, in order for this idea in this chart to play out and start outperforming Bitcoin, it might take some time. It's not going to happen tomorrow, but this is the indicator that I am using. As I told you earlier, in order for Cardano and the large caps to start outperforming Bitcoin, we need to see investors and traders to start moving their funds, taking profits from Bitcoin and start moving them into large caps like Cardano. So we might have to wait for Bitcoin to peak for this cycle before this happens, right? Bitcoin formed an all-time high at around $124,000. Then traders and investors took profits, started downtrending, moving below this upper descending yellow trend that has been acting as resistance, formed a bear trap, breaking below $110,000, but buyers stepped in and pushed the price action back above the $110,000 key support resistance level. We broke out of this downtrend and we have been forming this ascending triangle pattern. Recently, we broke above it. So Bitcoin is pumping. Okay, so we might see Bitcoin heading towards this all-time high. Some people are calling for $150,000 Bitcoin, $250,000 Bitcoin. Nobody knows exactly what's going to happen with Bitcoin, but we might have to wait for Bitcoin to peak first. That's the point, before large caps like Cardano start outperforming Bitcoin. Now, I don't want to make this video too long, so I am going to stop right here. I'm going to make another part B, expanding on this idea. And I have many other large caps that I am going to bring to your attention, because large caps are going to pump first, guys. And I want you to catch that rotation. So make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube channel, click the like button, check the links in the description below, and join the VIP Telegram group. I'm telling you, all the alpha is being posted there. We have been killing it in the group. It's a no-brainer. The group pays for itself. Use VIP 70 during checkout so you can get that 70% off forever discount as a founding member. And if you're not ready to join the VIP Telegram group, there is also a free Telegram group where I post a few limited setups. Recently, I posted AVAX and we killed it, right? I made a few $100 on AVAX today. You can join and check it out on your own. I hope you liked this video, and I'll see you on the next one, guys. Thanks for watching.